What is up, Realmers and pups, furries, fays, dragonkins, cryptids, mythical creatures, beings of consciousness, concepts of reality, gamers alike? How it be, what it do, and welcome back to the final video of Anyone Can White Star. Man, what do I even say? It's been one hell of a journey. I beat 03 the last part after, failing what, like twice in a row or like one time. It's just it's like this weird like 20 pounds of bricks was just taken off my shoulders sort of feeling. I spent so much time on this series, and I met so many cool realmers, been introduced to a lot of different like small communities and stuff within Realm of the Mad God, and I got to experience the really crummy end of Deca Games themselves. They lie on their website about how they conduct themselves. Rip X Books, ripping Sony, and that's the thing is just that, like, okay, what is this, goblin? That's the thing though, is that, like, because they are the way they are, I don't think I'm gonna make any more videos in regards to Realm of the Mad God, aside from the solo videos that I have, because this company really doesn't deserve any PR. It honestly, I think they should just sell Realm of the Mad God to a company that's actually going to care and give a shit about the game, aside from the only thing they really seem to care about is money that's coming in from this game. They even said it themselves. This is their golden calf. This is their cash cow. And it's just like, if you're buying a dead game or a dying game, a dying game is not going to sell for $45 million, and that's how much this was purchased for, and it's just like, I can't support a company like that. That's like I said like 4 parts ago or something. Like, it's like trying to sell cigarettes to children. I can't endorse or promote a company like this. And some people would say, okay, well then why are you making a series on it that's 300 plus parts long? Well, it's to show that you don't have to spend money on this game. You see where I'm getting at here? Like, you don't have to spend money on this game to not only reach White Star, but to max your pet out 100, 100, 100. I still have my default 40 gold coins. So it's like, yeah, I mean, it's like, would I like the servers of this game to stay up? Yeah, but honestly, I don't think they deserve to. And I think that the servers should stay down until Deca sells it to a company that will actually care about the issues going on within the game instead of ignoring the biggest issues of them all. For example, the server's always crashing because they lied and they said, "Oh yeah, we fixed it. We made a patch so that way the server stopped doing what they do." But it's like, no, you didn't. You didn't even proofread your own work, because guess what's still happening? The servers are still crashing. And so it's like, for reasons like that, I'm out. You know, and I'm really frustrated because I had like around like 73 videos planned out. Like roughly like 73 videos planned out, ready to go, to be, you know, recorded. I even was gonna make like a whole little like story thing with lore on a certain character in the game and all this stuff. You know, I had a separate notepad for that. But again, morally, I can't sell cigarettes to kids. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that my demographic is children. I'm just using that as a means of trying to get what I'm feeling across, so you can understand what I'm feeling with this, because I genuinely do care about video games. I really do. I grew up on them. I was forced to play them as a kid for many hours a day and stuff like that. When, you know, because I mean, my I guess you can call him dad, whatever. But no, he's just the guy that helped make me, pretty much is the way I see it. He was so busy trying to pursue his dream that he would be like, okay, go to the room with your fellow cryptid and play games. And it's like, that's all we did was just play games. Didn't ask for clothes. We didn't ask for anything from him aside from games. You know, a subscription to Game Informer, and again, playing games. And, you know, that's what we did when we were under his custody all the time. And, you know, that was many hours a day. And so, you know, it's like I've grown accustomed to the appreciation of games and stuff. And for me to go from that to a point to where I'm like making that one brown-nosing video that one YouTuber made, where they're like, Deca Games saved Realm of the Mad God, and it's like, no, they didn't. Nostalgia just made a bunch of people return to the game, and then Deca took credit for all of these YouTubers making Realm of the Mad God kind of trend on YouTube again. Like, they literally took credit in their own website. And I'm like, if that's the type of business that they are conducting, I want no part of it. And I'm not going to attribute to people like that anymore. And so, you know, I'm like, I'm going to finish this series. I'm going to make the final, you know, like the Watch Me Solo videos. And then I'm going to, you know, make the How Anyone Can White Star video. And that's it. And it's frustrating because I had all of this work planned out and everything, but at the same time, I don't feel too much remorse because I can't support a company like Deca. I really can't. Like, I really suggest that, like, all of the groups and stuff that are made on through Realm of the Mad God, I think that they should just move to a different game. You know, because I literally showed, I think it was the last part or the part before that, and in a whole nother part, how Deca's scamming people right now. Like, you spend $170 to get $20 back, but then, you know, you basically get like 9,600 realm gold to get pretty much like $12 back. Pretty much, right? Which that's what, $70? But then you push it up to 100 and all they're going to give you in return is an additional like $6 to $8 worth back. That's such a fucking scam. And it's like they're so money hungry and greedy that they got this shit going on. And then on top of that, they're like, oh yeah, we're just going to ignore everything involving the game. We're going to ignore the servers. We're going to ignore players' issues. We're just going to have the players make videos, which also I think is a scam, by the way. But they're like, we're going to have players make a video on Realm of the Mad God with their support ticket. Hopefully they leave it public. And then we're just going to tell them that we can't help them with their issue. So we still get something out of this. And they literally respond via a script. And I know this, and I'm going to prove it too in my How Anyone Can White Star video. So no, I'm not going to support a company like that whatsoever anymore. I mean, like, yeah, like, if I knew how Deca Games was, I honestly wouldn't have made the series. Straight up, I would not have made the series if I knew how Deca Games was from the get-go. I only figured out about like halfway through, if not further than halfway through my series. So, you know, it's like, damn, I'm already here, you know, so might as well just finish it. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is, you know, and I'm sorry to disappoint anyone. But you just gotta think, you know, everyone has their morals, and my moral compass just won't allow me to support a company like that. Now, let's say they really cared about the game, they cared about the people who were, you know, opening up support tickets and all that stuff. Then, yeah, hell yeah, those 73 videos would be coming out. One after another. I'd be so happy to make them. Because that's also another factor that came into play when I was, you know, trying to make them, was that I just felt like I didn't have any heart or soul in it anymore. Like, you know, I didn't have my own little special twang to it, because I knew, I was like, damn, I feel like I'm like about to distribute like hardcore drugs to the local homeless, you know what I mean? Like, it just didn't feel right to me morally. So, yeah, no, I can't do it. I'm sorry. Really, I'm sorry. But I am going to go play some other games that, you know, some heart and soul was put into them. And I know, like, some people would argue Killing Floor 3 is not that. And I agree. That's why I'm going to be uploading Killing Floor 2 videos. Like, I just stopped uploading Killing Floor 3 because it at this point, it's like, damn, I don't agree with it. I don't like where it's gone, where it is going, and whatnot. And, you know, rightfully so. A lot of gamers out there were like, yeah, no, we're not going to support something like this. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. So, yeah, I mean, it does, you know, like, I am pretty sad about it. Like, I am going to be straight up, like, I had so many good ideas. Genuinely, I had, like, hella good ideas that, you know, I just sat down, and as I'm, you know, playing playing Realm, I'm like, oh, dude, this would be funny. So then I open up my notepad, and then I jot down that idea, and then I just think on it. And of course, look, see, literally, speak of the fucking devil. Speak of the fucking devil. Look at this. Yeah, my internet's great. That is not me whatsoever. Of course. Of course it would do this right now. But see, look, speak of the devil. This is literally what I'm talking about right here. I'm so glad this happened right now. Because, yeah, look. They said in, you know, in their straight up their blog, oh, we fixed the server issue. No, you fucking didn't. You didn't fix it. You're lying. You're liars. You're lying to your fucking community. You're no worse than a corrupt politician. You're no better than a corrupt politician. Because, yeah, I mean, like, shit like this. Look, everyone's flying everywhere. Now I gotta wait. So, to save time, I'm gonna go ahead and pause it here. Damn, I almost earned 1,000 fame in 16 minutes. Are you serious? Damn. Alright. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and pause it here. And then I'm gonna pick it back up when the game allows for me to connect again. Because this could take up to like 40 minutes, maybe an hour. I remember the longest I had to wait was an hour and just under and a half. So just under an hour and a half. So I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, we will be right back after this Deca mishap here. So, alrighty. Literally my point proven.